안녕하세요. Riding on the Korean wave. Welcome to Tuesday's edition of The Culture Wave. I'm Kwon Soa in Seoul. Explore with us Korea's culture from all aspects and stay up to date with K-entertainment, K-festivals, K-people, K-everything. Now today we're joined by our co-host Walter Lee in the studio. Hello, Walter.
Hello, Soa, and happy Tuesday, everyone. To our viewers at home, I'm Walter Lee. I have the latest in K-Enter, that's K-entertainment news, just for you.
Walter, what kind of music comes up to your mind when you think of summer?
Okay, if we're talking about, let's say, Korean music, K-pop music, I would have to say, I have to think of Twice, one of my favorite K-pop girl bands, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Dance the Night Away, or You Can't Go Past, When Summer Comes Along, Psy's big water concerts and their songs, but also, you know, it's the time for EDM music as well.
Right, because EDM is always played at summer festivals, and Psy is, of course, also an icon of summer.
Yes.
But actually, we're gonna have a guest in the studio later in the show, a DJ who's actually combining both of that, all of that, EDM and K-pop.
Excellent.
But before that, it's Walter time.
Yes.
And let's see what kind of mix of K-Enter news you have today.
I do.
So let's get straight into it. Our first story is about G-Dragon.
Yes, it is indeed. So the king of K-pop, G-Dragon, has donated 880 million Korean won, roughly 646,000 US dollars, to help treat young people suffering from alcohol addiction. Now, last Friday, he contributed the amount to Just Peace Foundation, where he serves as the honorary chairman. Now, the 880 million won donation carries actually a symbolic meaning, with the number 8 representing infinity obviously turned on its side. But interestingly, there's actually more behind the number 8 as well. Now, this year, G-Dragon entered the alcoholic beverage business by creating an art-themed highball with an alcohol content of 8.8. And funnily enough, a total of 8.8 million cans was sold, and by saving 100 won per can, he was able to donate that 880 million won. And also, if we're throwing another 8 in there, he was also born in 1988 as well. Now, the Just Peace Foundation is a non-profit organization G-Dragon founded in August of last year, also 8. At the time of its launch, he has pledged to donate 1% of his musical earnings to support music therapy for young people affected by drug and alcohol addiction, and to nurture emerging talent in the arts.
Well, a donation that will hopefully create the next generation of Korean talent.
Yes, let's hope so.
And now we're going to talk about a talented girl group, Islet. So what do you have?
Yes, we did talk about them recently. Islet made their entry into this summer's intense K-pop scene, as we are talking about summer, with their release of their new mini album called Bomb. Now, starting with a showcase on Monday. Now, the main track, Do the Dance, or in Korean it actually translates to, it doesn't translate to, but the Korean is 빌려온 고양이, which will translate to borrowed cat. Now that's important for the next part I need to tell you, because it captures the fluttering excitement and awkward charm of a first date that doesn't quite go as expected if you watch the video. It compares the flustered, mistake-prone protagonist to a borrowed cat, or 빌려온 고양이, symbolizing its uneasy yet endearing moments. Now, Bomb is currently available on all major streaming platforms, so get streaming right away.
And last but not least, Walter, we talked about boy group members who were discharged from the mandatory military service recently, BTS of course.
Yes.
But now we're going to talk about a K-pop star who's going to enlist into the military. Who is it?
Yes, just not only that, on Monday at a media event to celebrate the release of his 6th mini album, Glow to Haze, Kang Daniel made some additional news that he surprised his fans, of course. Kang revealed that he is set to enlist in the military in the latter half of this year. Speaking to fans, he said, "Before I go, I want to make the most of my time as a singer by delivering meaningful performances. I'm also preparing a follow-up activity after this album, so please stay tuned." Now, about his album, Glow to Haze, it portrays a journey of emotions starting with bright, radiant moments expressed through lively sounds in the first half and gradually transitions into like a hazier, more introspective mood in the second half. Now, the main track episode captures the thrill of new love through a blend of Latin rhythms and also R&B. The album features 5 tracks in total and is designed to flow just like a short film.
So good and sad news at the same time for
Yes.
his fans. Well, thank you very much, Walter, for those updates, and stick around.
Will do.
And now it's time to go over to our AI anchor for other culture-related news.
Hello and welcome to your AI guide to the latest cultural updates from Korea. Here's our top story. Renowned soprano Sumi Jo, recipient of France's highest cultural honor, the Commandeur of the Order of Arts and Letters, will launch a new opera concert series in Korea on Thursday. Titled The Magic, Sumi Jo and Winners, the performance will bring together Jo and promising young vocalists who earned top honors at the inaugural Sumi Jo International Singing Competition held in Paris last year. The tour will begin this Thursday at the Sori Arts Center of Gyeongbuk State and conclude at the Chuncheon Culture and Arts Center next Tuesday. Meanwhile, conductor Jung Young-hoon, who recently became the first Asian appointed as artistic director of Italy's famed La Scala Opera House, will also return to the Korean stage. He will lead performances on July 27 and 28, celebrating the grand opening of the new Busan Concert Hall, conducting Beethoven's Fidelio. The number of foreign tourists visiting Korea's southern port city of Busan surpassed 1 million in the first 4 months of this year, marking the fastest growth since official records began in 2014. This figure represents a nearly 24% increase compared to April last year, when visitor numbers had fully recovered to pre-pandemic levels. Taiwan topped the list of foreign visitors with over 192,200 tourists, followed by China and Japan. Busan city officials credited the surge in foreign arrivals to the rising popularity of gourmet tourism and cruise travel. More than 3,000 people visited Jeju Island's iconic Hallasan Mountain without reservations over the past month, following a significant reduction in reservation-only sections. According to a recent survey, nearly 3,500 visitors accessed the mountain without prior booking after the system was eased. While reservations are still required to reach the famous Back Rock Dome summit, parts of other popular trails have been open to unrestricted access since last month. Based on monitoring results, Jeju Island plans to continue refining the system to enhance visitor convenience while protecting the mountain's natural environment. That's all from me. Stay tuned to the Culture Wave.
Before monsoon season officially hits us in just a matter of days here in South Korea, a summer festival in Gimpo, Gyeonggi-do Province is helping people beat the summer heat, blending water fun with music, culture, and eco-friendly experiences. Byun Ye-young was there.
This summer is forecast to be hotter than usual. Heavy rainfall is expected to start in June. And what better way to make most of the sweltering heat and rain than water sports? Here at the Gimpo Aramarine Festival, visitors can kayak, slide down water slides, and splash the heat away. Following its roaring success over the past years, the Gimpo Aramarine Festival came back this year, this time running for 4 days. The festival centers on the theme of connecting water and the environment with culture.
This year marks the 9th edition of the Gimpo Aramarine Festival. Our main programs include the Pori Race, various water leisure activities, and a yacht competition. We're doing our best to offer fun and exciting experiences not only for Gimpo residents, but for visitors from all over.
Running from June 14th to 17th, the event offers more than just water sports. A dance competition and live performances by popular artists add to the energy and excitement. Visitors can also explore community partnership booths, offering hands-on experiences linked to water and sustainability.
Oh, we heard there are lots of fun activities for kids to enjoy here, so we decided to come.
At the carbon-neutral wooden play experience booth, children play with eco-friendly wooden toys while learning about carbon neutrality. And when charming stars stole the show, the festival's duck mascot, Pori. Gimpo has a unique tradition of using ducks in rice farming to control pests, an eco-friendly practice that inspired the city's lovable duck mascot. On Sunday, the ducks made a splashy return in the annual rubber duck race, now with the brand new name, Pori Race. The name Pori is a playful blend of Gimpo and ori, the Korean word for duck, and was selected through a public naming contest. With rubber ducks raining from the sky, the Pori Race once again filled the city with smiles and laughter. According to officials, an estimated 80,000 visitors attended the festival over the weekend. 변예영, 아리랑 뉴스.
멋진 무늬 넓은 들판 달리던 내 모습 친구들 하나 둘 사라져가 이젠 나밖에 남지 않았지
우리가 사는 지구는 모두 함께 사는 곳 동물들도 모두 소중하게 보호해요 우리가 사는 지구를 아름답게 지켜요 모두 함께 살아갈 수 있게 지켜요 매끈한
While K-pop is steadily growing in both quantity and quality, the spectrum of K-pop is expanding through several trends and genres. For today's Hallyu People, we meet a DJ originally from the UK who is a pioneer in the extension of the K-pop realm. Let's welcome DJ Fenner, also CEO and founder of On the Pulse Records, who's joining us today in the studio. Welcome, welcome, DJ Fenner.
Welcome,
안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. DJ Fenner입니다. Yeah, nice to meet you. Thanks for having me on the show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
한국어도 완벽한데요. Perfect Korean.
완벽하진 않아요. 조금 더 배울 수도 있어요.
All right, so DJ Fenner, you have been named as one of the 25 best DJs in Asia and also #1 foreign DJ in Korea. So let's talk a little bit about your DJing career. How did it all start?
Well, DJing in Korea or just in general? So I came to Korea in 2009, and yeah, it's gone up from there, really, yeah.
So when did you start DJing?
I started DJing when I was like 14.
Oh,
I was back in school and everyone was either playing the guitar or the piano. Like one of my friends introduced me to DJing and I was like, this is the one.
Oh, wow.
And now when moving into music production and stuff, it's in the digital realm, like there's so many possibilities. So it's really fun to be in the DJ industry, I think, yeah.
Since you've been 14, I
Yeah.
mean, it's a very lucky thing to know your passion at such a
Young age.
I mean, I don't know what I wanted to do when I was 14.
I think that's the trick, yeah.
So was it DJing that brought you to Korea? So how did it all start? Or was it K-pop that you were interested in?
So like back then, K-pop wasn't the global spectacle that it is now. Like it's really huge now. Back then, like obviously there was stuff like when I came into Korea 2009, there was like 2NE1 was being played everywhere and stuff like that. But internationally, it wasn't as popular. So I think it was kind of just bubbling up then. And yeah, I think just Korea was interesting for me in general, and I like to travel. So I got lucky choosing Korea as well. So it was a bit of everything, yeah.
So since 2009, that explains your Korean skills that we heard
잘해야
before.
되죠. Yeah. It's been a while. Yeah.
All right, sounds interesting.
Was it like the first job that you had when you came to Korea was DJing, or did you?
It was. So when I first got here, I was messaging. Do you remember MySpace? Before
What
Facebook,
was that?
Instagram.
Of
course.
Yeah. So I messaged some of the clubs and the resident DJs of those clubs that had profiles and stuff, and I was speaking to the guys there. So it was. One guy got back to me. I respect. Nice. Thank you for helping me all those years ago. But yeah, so we ended up hooking up some stuff together, and it was really fun. Yeah.
That's quite interesting. And like, what do you think it is about K-pop that is like mesmerizes like the fans worldwide?
I think there's so many aspects really. So first off is like the core is the music. Like the core is the music, it's very catchy, nice melodies. It's poppy as well. So, you even around the world, pop is kind of like, they start with pop and then the remixes, the EDM stuff comes in. But I think with the K-pop as well, they have the dance routines, and it's not just a solo dance, it's like a group of people dancing together. So the choreography, all the fashion, all the style, the stuff that they all comes together. And obviously also like the guys and the girls are very attractive. So it's like, what's not to like, whether you're a guy or a girl? It's like you can find your kind of like your group and, fall in love with them basically. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you have any favorite K-pop artists maybe, or what do you listen to these days?
I think one of the first like K-pop artists that I really respected was like J-Park, because his music is very like soft and smooth. It's great for hip hop, and it's like, and the lyrics are they were very interesting for me to start. So he helped me kind of like get more into the K-pop hip hop side of things. And now it's like, I don't know, for me, it's like I've been working with music for so long, I kind of analyze it too much sometimes. I'm like, there's so much about K-pop that I respect, yeah.
One of my favorites too, I have to say. But let's talk about your music now,
Yep.
DJ Fenner. So what do you do? Like, tell us what kind of music you do as a DJ. And also, you've got a new project, I think it's called K-pop Cracked. Could you introduce us to that as well?
So as a DJ under the alias Fenner, I've been, DJing since I was 14, so I've traveled maybe like over 15 countries around the world and performed like that. But for the last like 3 or 4 years specifically, I've been working on edits of K-pop with EDM. So taking EDM melodies that everybody knows and that you hear, like something like Ed Sheeran or something, you're like, oh, I know this track, or Taki Taki, something, all of these, and then like combining those melodies with the vocals of K-pop and with like a kind of EDM beat. So it's like really dancey, good for clubs or festivals. And so I've been doing that under the alias of K-pop Cracked. And K-pop Cracked is basically, it's like crack the code to the future of K-pop within the world of EDM. So I want to try and do that. And I've noticed that like cosplay and all these kind of like interesting like other cultures kind of combine nicely with K-pop. So when I perform, I wear kind of like this mysterious kind of outfit, and it's been going really well. So like it all comes together, and it's a video DJ project. So when I play the music, all the edits that I've made, like the videos are synced with the music in the back. So you're basically watching a movie through the K-pop with the music, and it's an experience. So yeah.
Wow.
Do you have a lot to do with also like the video production in that side as well?
No, so I edit the videos and sync them with the, so it's the K-pop videos, they're licensed copies of the videos. So yeah, they just come out as is, but it's like, because the music is edited, when I'm playing the music, the videos change in time. So it might be like, you mentioned Psy earlier, it might be like Gangnam Style, and you'll see his mouth going Gangnam Style, something like this, so yeah.
So,
the videos.
As you mentioned before, I guess because of the development we have in technology and the digital advancement we have, especially in South Korea, that combined with DJing, I guess, is opening up many more opportunities, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, in the future, it's so exciting. Even not just K-pop, but the whole world is changing due to AI. So I'm really excited to be able to kind of like, put some of my ideas into videos through text or whatever. But yeah, we're still trying to explore down that route. Yeah, definitely.
Great.
Just the tail end on the back of what Soa said with your opportunities, I'm sure, and that you said that you've been, all over the world with your music, been to more than 15 countries or so. I'm sure that there is people that you also want to collaborate with, and especially that you are based in Korea. Is there any K-pop artist, let's say producer, or anyone within the K-pop field that you're actually really wanting to collaborate with?
I don't know. I'm blessed to be in Korea, so I'm really open to working with like all sorts of people. Obviously, reach for the stars. I'd love to work with BTS,
Yes,
Blackpink, and all of this kind of stuff. But like, even I think on the culture side, like some of the smaller groups, like even to help work with them and to do some kind of cool stuff with them. Like honestly, one of the good things about coming on here, thank you for inviting me, is that I'm hoping that I get some more exposure for some of my music, because I think I might be able to kind of like, give all these big entertainment companies some direction as well as to, further afield and like around the world in the club and festival industry. So yeah, I'm hoping to work with as many people as possible, really. Yeah.
And speaking of exposure, like where can we see you? I mean, you are probably at festivals. We can listen to your music. You're also on YouTube, maybe.
Yeah, if you want to, the best place to see it is to see the show live, to try and find one of the dates that I'm doing live. But I have Instagram. I have my Fenner official is my Fenner account, and then K-pop Cracked is the K-pop show Instagram. So you can check those both out and see some of the edits and stuff that I've been working on there if you want. Yeah.
Now, DJ Fenner, we mentioned before that you're originally from the UK, from London to be more specific.
Yeah, UK, yeah.
And I mean, London is a city has a really rich culture. So when you came to Korea, or even now, what are the differences you feel in terms of culture, or even similarities, anything interesting that you experienced while living here?
Well, there's so many different aspects about the culture, but for me, it's all about the music. So I think the music culture especially is different. London, and I also spent some time living just outside of Bristol, and they have a good like drum and bass and garage music in the UK is very popular as a trend where the UK is at. But in Korea, the trends are obviously different. It's more kind of like Melbourne bounce EDM focused is just different. And you should go to South America and it's more kind of like, the trends are all different. So for me, the fun thing is to kind of fuse these trends in music as well. And so what's popular in the UK might be popular in Korea in the future. So to try and to see the different trends is so fun. And to see some, like New Jeans, sometimes they would make some sounds that kind of like move towards like garage or drum and bass, or these different genres that are from around the world. You're like, okay. So it's very fun to kind of see the differences in musical culture for me, especially.
Probably also many DJs, not only in Korea, but also other countries. So I'm curious about, is it something that DJs from abroad aspire to be a DJ in Korea? Is that something that DJs want these days?
I think every DJ,
or in Asia?
I think one of the best things about DJing is you get to travel as well and to show people your music. So I think most DJs will want to be, booked to travel around the world, especially Korea. Like everyone knows that Korea's, the scene is fun here. Like the people have a lot of energy in the festivals, especially. So it's like a pleasure if a DJ gets to go and to play in a different country. It's an absolute pleasure. So I'm sure most DJs would want to come and perform in Korea if they could, for sure. Yeah.
Just to talk a little bit more about what you were talking about when growing up in London, obviously. There's obviously the grime industry as well.
Exactly, yeah.
You want to do, there's a part of you that also wants to take, let's say, some of that grime influence that you probably grew up with very heavily, also the DJ culture. Obviously within London is very particularly known to have, obviously, not just north, west, south as well. They all have different influences of music within them.
Yeah.
Do you like to take what you've learned from that area, mix it in with like the K-pop as well, and hopefully spread that out to the world?
Yeah, so I split so you've got the music, you've got the beats, and that's the foundation of the music, and then you've got the lyrics, whatever the content is, it's, the artist is expressing themselves. And I think, the grime side of things is like a little bit darker, and one of the plus sides of K-pop is it's very, it's very light and it's nice and it's sweet. So, but I would like to take the beat, the kind of darker energy, and fuse it with the original essence of K-pop. I think that's part of exactly what I'm trying to do with K-pop Cracked, yeah. But not just grime, but like all kinds of anything that works and is fun. It's an artist thing, yeah.
No, I'm sure it is. And so that brings me on to my last question: is what is your next thing on your list of things to do? I'm sure you have many things, but what is obviously the next project for you on your list?
Well, just to keep going, keep making more and more content, working on my like technical routines for the show, and just try and get some good work with I would love to have toured with G-Dragon, for example, like all this kind of stuff. But I'm just going to keep going, and hopefully I can work with some cool entertainment companies and idols and stuff on the way. So yeah, so just keep going.
All right. Thank you very much, DJ Fenner, for sharing your story with us today. I hope that we'll be able to meet you in action someday. And also, thanks for being a pioneer that is in the expansion of the K-pop realm. Thank you.
Thank you, DJ.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
And thank you, Walter, as always. We're going to see you back here tomorrow, right?
See you tomorrow.
Thank you for spending the past half an hour with us on the Culture Wave. Please join us again tomorrow on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Korea time and maybe one day here in Korea.